we go. We're live. Yay.
Hi.
Hello. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
Would you like to introduce yourself to the viewers?
My name's Hannah, and I own To The Pointe-Shoe Store. We opened last Monday, so
Oh, wow.
week 2, and I'm in Tupelo, Mississippi.
Uh-huh. Fantastic. Would you like to tell us a little bit about why you decided to open a store? A bit about your background in dance too?
Yeah, so well, I'm originally from Hattiesburg, Mississippi, which is about 4 hours south of here.
Uh-huh.
And I moved to Tupelo a year ago, and my husband's the tennis pro here, and that's how I got here. We got married a year ago, and I moved here. And when I moved here, I was taking a dance class, and I was visiting, and I forgot my leotard. So I was like, oh, I'll just go buy one.
Yeah.
No, I won't go buy one.
Oh, wow. Was there no stores?
So they had, here in Tupelo, it was called Corner Shoe Store. They had a very small selection of leotards and some shoes, and they closed out before I moved here. And they sold, they had Block and Capezio, and they sold their stock to the local department store here, but
oh, wow.
The selection's really small. There's not a full service dance store north of Jackson, Mississippi, and Jackson is 3 hours south of here.
Oh my gosh.
So North Mississippi did not have a full service retail store at all.
Wow. Oh my God, that's mad.
So I was like, okay, well, I wasn't gonna put one in yet. I thought about it, and then I taught dance at one of the local studios here.
Ah, cool.
And I had my epiphany at Nutcracker.
Yeah.
I'd gone and fit some of the girls at the department store, and I realized there just weren't enough brands or fitting expertise around here, and there was a huge need for it. And I started working on all of this in January before COVID happened.
Yes.
So I started working on all of this, and I filed my LLC to open January 2nd, and then started contacting wholesalers so that I could get all of my brands in here. And July 6th was always the plan to open my store, and obviously COVID happened, but I was still able to open July 6th. So
oh, fantastic. Thank goodness, right?
Yeah.
Good. It's kind of good timing in a way, because you had that time to kind of work on the store, right, and get it ready.
Yeah, that sounds terrible, but COVID actually kind of helped, so it helped me. I know it didn't help a lot of others, but
sure,
it helped me. So
absolutely. So would you like to show us around?
Yeah. Let's see. How do I?
You might have to press the button on the front to flip the camera.
Okay.
Yeah, you've got it.
Okay.
Oh, wow.
Let's go to the front.
Yes.
Okay. So I'm gonna turn around. Okay. So this is the kids side. And I've got gymnastics leotards, and then I've got regular leotards in back, and the leotards with the skirts attached.
Cute.
We've got leggings down here, and then the adult side, or the teenage side, whatever you want to call it.
Yeah.
We've got shirts and more leotards and leggings. And let me move this, and you can see the Nikolay romper.
Yes. They are the best. The heat retention wear is such a top seller.
I've got leggings and sports bras. And
nice.
Workout gear.
Cool.
My counter.
Oh, I love the colors naturally.
And then we've got more bags and tights.
Excellent.
And hair accessories are over here. And water bottles.
Uh-huh.
And then on this side's the point shoe accessories, toe pads.
Very cool.
And then I call this the mom lounge. So when
That's sweet. I love that.
the moms have loved it when their girls are getting fitted.
I bet.
So they have a cozy place to sit, and that's the point shoe fitting area.
That's a really nice fitting area, actually. Very spacious.
That's my shoe stock. So it's exposed so that people can see. So
yes, nice.
And that's the back to the front. So that's
excellent. Love it. Fabulous.
And then I'm attached to a lighting store. I don't know. You can actually see. They're there, and they did all of my lights. So I have all these,
that's handy.
I have all these chandeliers and all these nice lights. So
that's really cool.
They did that for me. So
that's amazing. Love that. Love it. So how's it been going since you opened? Have you had loads of customers come in? How is it with COVID in your area right now as well?
So I've had more than I thought that I would have.
Excellent.
Being week 2, they're doing summer camps, the local studios, and then the studio that I teach at, they're trying to do a recital August 1st. So we're still rehearsing and trying to put on a recital. So people need new tights and new ballet shoes and new course. So that's brought in some traffic. So
yes, absolutely. So all the dance studios in your area are open now?
For the most part, yes. Everything's open.
Wow.
We wear masks. So like if somebody comes in, I'll put my mask on and they have their masks. And then at the dance studio, some of us wear masks when we're teaching, and then it's optional for the students.
Of course, sure. So at your store, do you have anyone else working with you, or is it just you at the moment?
Yes, I have another employee. Her mom owns one of the local studios here.
Oh, nice.
So she knows how to fit shoes as well. Her mom taught her, and she'll be here in about 20 minutes. So,
oh, cool. Excellent.
Yeah. And then that's all that I have right now is just the one. And then,
oh, sure, of course. So with opening a store, have you faced like any kind of challenges? What is it like opening your first store? Can you tell us a little bit about the journey you've had with it? What have you found the best parts? What have you found the parts that have been a challenge to you?
So I kind of knew how to open a store. So my husband, I said, was the tennis pro here. So we already have our own business. He has a tennis academy. So I knew of filing the LLC or creating all the steps to actually like open the business.
That's good. Excellent. That helped.
Me being in with one of the local studios here, I had a lot of local contacts.
Nice.
So everybody was super nice with helping me find a space to lease. One of the ladies that I teach with, her husband owns the lighting store next door. So
that's so cool.
They were like, come check this space out next door. It's for lease. And I had checked out a couple of other spaces, but ultimately this worked out the best. So
sure.
Tupelo is it's a big city for Mississippi, but everybody's local and super friendly and super helpful. So, but me being in with the ballet studio, like being able to use the resources and the parents, and there was such a huge need for this in Tupelo. Everybody had been so helpful and welcoming to me up here that they were like, here, use this space or do this or do that.
Oh, it's so nice.
The biggest trouble or the hardest thing was moving all of my furniture and hanging slat walls. That was the hardest part. To
I
like
can
put all the
imagine.
merchandise on. That was the only
Sure.
obstacles that we had. Everything, I feel like I should have had more trouble, but everything was pretty smooth.
Nice one.
Which is good. So,
Love that.
Yeah.
Perfect. So tell me a little bit more about you. Do you still dance yourself?
Yeah, so I'm from Hattiesburg. I studied, it was called Pine Belt Youth Ballet. My dance teacher, his name is Henry Danton. He danced with Sadler's Wells before
yes.
it became Royal Ballet.
Yeah.
He just received the Governor's Award here in Mississippi.
Wow.
He's 100, or no, he's 102 now.
What?
And
Wow.
He's still teaching.
That's amazing.
He's kind of famous. I feel like people know Mr. Danton. He's taught all over the world, but I've got to study under him. And then I danced from the ages of 3 until when I was 14. I got to study with the Boston Ballet School. So I moved away from home and danced with them for 9 months. I didn't make it the whole year. And then I came home and I stopped dancing for a little bit and I started playing tennis.
Oh, cool.
And I met my husband. I got a tennis scholarship to play in college. And then I played tennis in college, and then I started dancing again after college with Mr. Danton. And I started dancing with Mr. Danton again, and I still take class.
Oh, nice. So. Excellent.
And then I teach. So I teach.
Oh, perfect.
Age 3 all the way up until I'll do adult ballet classes sometimes.
Love that. That's amazing.
Yeah.
So everybody who's watching right now, if you have any questions, feel free to put them in the comments box below. So tell me a bit about the Nikolay shoes that you currently stock. What models have you currently got?
So I've got the 3007, the Claudia, the Smart Point, and then I just ordered, they're not in yet. I got to hop on that Zoom call the other day. And, I ordered the Novice and the, what is this? I have the Dream Point 2007.
Wow, nice.
I had like I have 2 pairs, but then I just went ahead and ordered a whole bunch more. So
love that. What goals? Retailer goals. It's so important, as you probably heard me bash on in the Zoom calls about stocking different lasts. And you've got a very nice selection there. That's great. Well, like, wow, fabulous. So what have you thought of our dance wear as well? I see you've got some of the heat retention wear there.
And I have some of the leotards too. And then so my order that's coming in with the point shoes, I've got some of the boots, the booties that are coming in too.
Love
so, the leotards have sold really well.
Excellent.
I've sold a whole bunch of those.
Fabulous.
The rompers I haven't sold a lot of yet, but I have a whole bunch of people that have not come in yet that I know are going to come. So we'll see how it goes.
The leotards you got in, what collections did you get? Like, in what kind of colours? What were your favourites?
So we have dress codes here. So I have to get, they're all black.
Yeah,
but,
sure.
There, is it the Bolshoi store?
Yeah. We have a few of the different ones. Maybe, let's see. Oh yeah, it looks like Bolshoi Stars Senses, possibly. I can't see a detail. Oh yeah, Bolshoi Stars Senses collection. I have that one in pink. I love it.
That one sold. I only have 3 left.
Wow, amazing.
And then I got this one.
Oh yeah, that style is my all-time favorite style of leotard they do. It's like, I have it in so many colors. I love it a lot.
So I got to go to the store in Prague.
Yes, I went there too.
When I was in Prague, and I saw that one, and so I was like, I have to get this one for my store when I open.
Oh my God, when did you go to the Prague store?
2017.
Oh yeah.
One of the local studios that I danced at in Hattiesburg. I have some of the girls that are watching this Zoom call right now. They're with South Mississippi Ballet Theater.
Yeah.
The owners of that studio partner with a studio in Prague. It's Ave Bohem, I think is what it's called, and they do a summer intensive in Prague. So I was in Prague for 2 weeks, and
nice.
we went there. So
oh, fabulous. I'd like to visit Prague when it's decent weather. When I went, it was winter, and I was really ill. Like, I'm surprised I even made it through the trip. God, I was so ill. But I did what I could, you know.
Yeah. The summer, it was hot in the summer, but
yeah, it is out there, so for sure.
It's hotter in Mississippi, so it wasn't that bad.
Sure, yeah. So with regards to the Pointe-Shoe so far, what have people been enjoying about the Nikolay shoes? Have they made any kind of comments about how they feel or anything?
So my teacher just hopped on that I teach with. Hey, Ariana. She wore the 2007s forever.
Yeah.
And she told me she needed some new shoes, and I said, hey, try the 3007s. They've got a lot more improvements, and then tell me what you think. And so I asked her, and she told me by now her shanks would have already given out on her 2007. So the durability on the shanks for the 3007s are lasting a lot longer, and then the no slip on the heel.
Yeah, it's lovely, isn't it? The microfiber lining, it's beautiful.
Yeah,
I love that.
Said she loves that. So
excellent. That's amazing.
So
I'm having good results with it too. I've got a lot of customers that have switched to 3007 and really enjoying the feel of it and the look of it too. So I was really pleased when that shoe came out. I think it made a huge difference. Don't get me wrong, I've still got the odd customer that still prefers a 2007, so I still keep a few 2007s, but for me, I'm switching all my, you know, if I run out of a 2007, I switch it to a 3007. Have you, like, tell us about your fitting process there. Do people need to book in advance, or can they walk in, or?
So I prefer for them to book an appointment to make sure that I'm here and can give them a whole bunch of time.
Yeah, sure.
Really dedicate myself to them, but I do take walk-ins. But most of the time, people have been pretty good about letting me know that they're going to come, or I need point shoes, and this is what we're coming for. So I do both.
Love it. Will you be doing any traveling out for fittings to studios directly?
Yes. So
cool.
I will be doing that probably either in August or September. Some studios have contacted me about being able to bring in shoes and just fit all the girls at their studio.
Love it.
Yes.
Amazing. It sounds like you have a great dance community there, and people are very down to earth and chilled. It sounds really nice.
Yes. I was really surprised when I moved up here how many dancers there were, which I love, and it's been great. So
fantastic. Love that. So when you do fittings, do you offer any kind of extras such as sewing shoes or pinning the ribbons and elastics into place for the dancers, or any little kind of tips and tricks to them? Do you teach them everything they need to know about first shoes, for example, as well?
So I offer point shoe sewing if they don't want to sew their point shoes, but eventually I've noticed that a lot of us in this area don't sew shoes, like they don't want to sew shoes, or they don't know how to sew shoes. So I want to offer a point shoe sewing class, like on a Saturday.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
Like a mom and daughter tea session, like a Saturday lunch thing, and do like a point shoe sewing workshop. So
yes, that'd be super cool.
Yeah, so I want to promote that and really show people how to sew point shoes up here.
Mr. Grishko has wrote a comment. It's really funny. He said 3007 are much better than their grandma 2007. That's so funny. And it's true, Mr. Grishko. The 3007 is drastically improved, without a doubt.
Yeah.
Funny. So far with your point shoe fittings, What have your customers really enjoyed about your store and your service so far? Have they, you know, given any feedback? Let's hear about what they liked about the kind of service you offer.
The moms had liked the mom lounge. I had one mom ask if she could take a nap in the chair while I was fitting. And I said, of course. And then there's a lot of there's a lot of education needs to be done here. There's not been a lot of toe pad options or just anything in general. So when they come here, even brands, there's not been a lot of offered. There's been like 2 brands, and you have to wear a Capizio or you have to wear a block. And now it's, well, there's so many different kinds. Let me look at your foot, and I can kind of narrow it down to, okay, well, you need to try this, this, or this.
Yeah, sure.
And then they tell me how their foot feels, and it's like, well, I like this, but, well, my pinky toe hurts. And it's like, well, we can try to put a little gel cushion on your pinky toe. Or there's so much pressure on my big toe. Well, they make the big toe covers, and they had no clue that any of that existed. And there's so many brands toe pads, and they just thought they were only gel toe pads. So
that's crazy.
I'm trying to educate while they're in here. Just teach them as much as I can while they're in here. And even like storing point shoes. When they're done with point, they'll just wrap their shoes up and stick them in together. And no, don't keep your toe pads in them. Take your toe pads.
Oh no, I get dancers that do that too. I'm like, oh my god,
you're gonna kill your shoes. You have to let them air dry. We're gonna try for shoes to last as long as they can. So just stuff like that, and they've really appreciated it because nobody's taken the time to let them know. And I want to tell them as much as I can. And
absolutely.
So
Peter's just mentioned about the point shoe drying inserts. Have you seen those?
Yes, the ones that they're like the packets.
Hang on, let me get some.
I don't have any. Do you have some?
One moment, I'm trying to find them. Here
I gotta get my next order.
These little guys.
To help dry them out, because it's so humid where we are, and it like if you air dry. Did you
hear about our Tropicana paste option as well?
No.
Okay. So you know the paste of the shoe. So basically, let me just get a shoe out. So for you guys watching as well, our box pastes can vary. We have different types of pastes, which I'm actually going to be making a YouTube video all about it this week. I'm excited to do. And in custom order, we can change the box paste to what suits the dancer. And we offer Tropicana option, which is, Peter can tell us about, Peter, is it an additional charge for Tropicana or not? Because I can't remember that part. But anyway, Tropicana option makes the box wings platform last a bit longer because it's more of a solid paste. So in humid climates and for dancers that are more sweaty, this part will actually, you know, last longer. So the dancer does not have to shellac the shoe, jet glue it. I've done it for dancers with sweaty feet and it's made a drastic difference. And yes, Peter's just confirmed it's no extra charge, so that's awesome. And as you probably know, you guys get the shoes very quickly. You know, it's up to like 2-week production, so it's really amazing how quick the turnaround is as well. But no, Tropicana has been a godsend for me with dancers that are destroying the box. So yeah, that's really cool.
Yeah, it's so humid. I'll really have to look into that.
Yeah, it will make such a difference. So I don't know if you know, but in some of our shoes we have lightweight flexible paste. So for example, this is a Triumph and this one features it as well. And it's more of a, it adapts very quickly and it's got that kind of ready to wear kind of feel to it. It still lasts as long, but it's, some dancers, you know, like that kind of feeling and some prefer the classic paste, which is a bit harder construction. But if you get a dancer that, you know, for example, likes a Maya 1, which is a classic paste, it's harder, they can actually request that they have the lightweight flexible paste as special order. So it's so amazing how much variation we can do with custom orders. It just blows my mind.
Yeah.
Hello, Mayo Store, Istanbul. Nice to see you. So do you still do point yourself?
I do.
Fabulous.
Yeah.
What's do you have what I mean, have you worn Nikolay's yourself? I'm curious.
So my third pair of point shoes, I wore the Mayas.
Ah, yes, yes.
And then I have worn, I think y'all retired this shoe, the Vaganavas.
Yeah, we have
I
Maya
wore
2
that.
now. So
Okay.
Maya 1 is built on Forte Last, and Maya 2 is built on Vaganova. So if you've enjoyed Vaganova, you'll enjoy the Maya 2.
Okay.
A lot of people don't know that bit, actually. So just in case people watching were curious. Also, for those curious about learning about the models, I've got videos on my YouTube channel. And I've been doing them about the different lasts. And also what I'm going to start doing is one video per model. Okay, so what's your future goals with your store at the moment? Is it how are you kind of promoting your store right now, apart from this, of course?
So I'm trying to promote myself as like a point shoe specialty store.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm trying to get all of the point shoe brands in here so that I can fit. I want to be like a point shoe expert and be able to fit properly. And then I'm also getting gymnastics leotards in here.
Ah, yeah.
We don't have, there's nowhere for anybody to get gymnastics leotards or anywhere here in North Mississippi. And we have a lot of gymnastics places as well. So
Peter just mentioned you don't need all brands. He's right, actually, because what I often find, even here in the UK, is some retailers obsess about getting loads of brands in because they think it's going to draw everybody in. But actually, it's better to know the ins and outs of the brands that you currently carry. I mean, even with our shoes, I can fit anybody. I can find 4 to 5 different lasts to suit one dancer alone. So there really is a Nikolay shoe for everyone. So I think Peter's correct in the respect that you should focus more on stocking more kind of varieties of lasts rather than thinking, oh, I need to stock many brands.
That's what I've been working on, getting more Nikolay in here. Like I said, when I hopped on the phone call and you were making the comparisons to like, oh, this shoe's like a Balance European in a block, or this one's like this. So I really
that was quite handy, actually. I thought I never thought about doing that before.
I liked that though, because I'm not a block fan at all. I don't know if I'm allowed to say that on here, just because the shoe's very blocky.
I know, exactly. They're like flippers.
Yes. And I feel like a shoe's supposed to be very slender and sleek fitting.
Exactly.
And form to your foot. And I really appreciated you comparing because it'll fit just like it, but it won't be blocky. So,
yeah, right?
That's
and I should do that more often, actually, because when I get customers come to me, sometimes they'll say to me they're very attached to a certain brand and model of shoe. And have I got something similar? And in my head, because I've worn many brands myself, and even now, just for my own educational purposes, I will go and try on different shoes that I haven't actually worn in a class, just so I know what one of our shoes will look better and actually fit better.
That's
and it's fun because, you know, I can get someone email me, do a virtual fit in, and I look at them, I'm like, do you know what? This shoe will give you the same kind of platform you're used to, but better. It will fit your heels better. The shank will be better. One of the things, I mean, quite a few of the things we're known for as a brand is the fact that our shoes look super elegant. They create that line, you know. I always say to dancers when I fit them, I'm not just, you know, I focus obviously on comfort, the support, what they're looking for in a shoe, but I'm also concentrating on the line. I want them to be on stage and for the audience to look and think, wow, what a beautiful line you've got, but the foot is part of them. Because often you see, even with professional dancers, when the shoe isn't fitted correctly, you look at the line and then you see this bulky, ugly shoe with bunions oozing out and the shanks are all warped and the heel's baggy, and you're like, oh wow, that's totally spoiled it.
Yes, that's how I feel too. It's like Cinderella's glass slipper. It's supposed to be the perfect fit and it's supposed to look very clean. And that's what I want my store to be about. I want it to be the perfect fit. So,
yes,
I've
absolutely.
I've so many different brands and I've been fitted wrong, and I just want
Same.
girls to come in here, and I want them to have a really good fitting experience.
Yes.
And I want them to come out of the store and be confident in the shoe that I put them in, and not have to worry about, oh my gosh, am I gonna pop out of this shoe? Because this, like, if you're fitted properly and have a really good shoe that supports your foot and you're fitted right, then you have confidence and you don't have to worry about
exactly
oh, goodness,
exactly
am I gonna be able to dance? So that's
and
my goal.
it's like we're all about healthy feet, and you know, ensuring that dancers can just dance and forget about their shoes and just, you know, put on their shoe and get on with it. Not like think to themselves, oh, I need to do this and this and this. You know, even with professionals, our custom shoes are literally, they're custom because they should fit out of the bag, not chopping the shank, not shaving the sole, not whacking it on concrete, not putting loads of rubbing alcohol all over the box, you know. None of that needs to happen. If the shoe is customized exactly to how it should fit, there's no need for these professionals to be doing this crazy stuff to their shoe. Just madness.
Exactly.
Absolute madness. And you know, sometimes oh my god, right, I had a dancer the other day, and God forbid, the shoe was so big that she actually had elastic everywhere. She had a piece of elastic here. She had a piece of elastic here. She had ribbons that she was wrapping around too many times. Then, even then, with the drawstring pulled, which was pulled way too tight, it was putting pressure on her Achilles. Even when you saw her roll up, oh my God, the shoe was gaping like you would not believe. And the profile height, I could put my fingers down the top of it. It was horrific. And it just annoys me that some of these teachers don't just speak up and say, look, your shoes, they're not working right, or they're not fitted right. Please go and get it sorted out. But no, like the teacher didn't even say anything to her. And I just think, you know, teachers need to start piping up a little bit more and saying to them, look, the health of your foot is very important. And it's important that you go and get regular fittings as well, because, oh my God, sometimes even my own customers, even though I warn them, please come and see me on a regular basis, I sometimes don't see them for about a year and a half. And I'm like, where have you been? Like,
your feet change. They change. And then when they're younger, your feet grow. So you're going to be changed. It changes all the time. So
it's mad. I've even had parents that continue to get their daughters or sons to be shoving their shoes on their feet when they know they're too small, just because they want an extra, you know, a bit of time to save money. And it's like, oh wow, so you'd rather squeeze your kid in a pair of pointe shoes that are too small, causing injury, making them in discomfort, blisters, rather than coming to see me and getting a fresh pair of shoes. Like, wow, what are you doing?
They'll suffer like lifelong feet problems if you don't.
It's mad, honestly.
Yeah,
I just don't get it. And you know, sometimes I feel that these parents that are trying to save money are actually the types that are okay to go and buy the latest pair of trainers for their child that cost, you know, £100 or more. But when it comes to a pointe shoe, they're like, oh, we can wait a little bit longer. And it's like, oh my God, a pointe shoe has to fit in a very specified way. And it's very important that and as you know, the dancer is supported correctly. And you know, why not look at how much money you're spending and rather spend that money going to a proper pointe shoe fitter and getting perfect pointe shoes that are going to support your dancing daughter, son, rather than thinking, oh, you know, I'd rather go and buy the latest pair of trainers. Like, wow, what kind of logic is that?
Yeah, I don't understand the logic either, but that's exactly what happens.
So do you have a website, by the way?
So my website, I do have a website, but it's a work in progress. I'm working on launching my e-com website.
Oh, cool.
So the link is still going to be the same, but what you're seeing right now is not what it's going to be.
Sure.
So
the
beginning of September, it'll be all of my products that are in the store will be online as well.
Oh, nice.
So To The Pointe-Shoe Store.com, but
excellent.
It's there, but it's not.
Of course, it takes time, right?
Yeah.
So guys, remember to, after this stream, give these guys a follow on Instagram, Facebook, and everything else. So is there anything you would like to talk about in this stream? Do you have any topics or things you'd like to say to our viewers?
We went through everything that I thought we were going to go through.
I have some more questions, but I like to always ask to mix it up a bit, you know, make it a bit spontaneous.
Okay.
Let me just look through here as well. So also, I'm curious to know, like, do you have any kind of tips and tricks regarding point shoes and sewing them? Do you ever, I mean, personally for me, when I'm, you know, gonna pin ribbons and elastics for someone or gonna sew the shoes, I always like to mention to dancers that there's many ways to do it, but also many types of ribbon and elastic, and teaching them a little bit about the differences between that, because sometimes I feel that especially with some studios, they're very kind of set in one way of doing ribbons and elastics for everybody, which just isn't true. There's so much option now, and it's really important that we look at, you know, the dancer's foot too, right?
That's what I do. So I have to look at the dancer's foot, and then I ask if they've been doing it a certain way or if they have a preference first. And then if a shoe, I crisscrossed my elastics when I was dancing, but that was a preference thing. So
Yeah,
I'll ask
sure.
if they have a preference. And then I always got blisters on the back of my heel, so I
Oh,
sewed my elastics on the outside of my shoe.
yeah, I
On the
do
back.
that. I can't stand it on the
asked,
inside. I've never liked it on the inside. So
it
yeah, I have
hurts
to on
my
the
heel.
outside.
So
Yeah,
I
right.
asked
Even if my
to
shoe's
have,
fitted right, I still get that rubbing on the heel. I can't handle it.
exactly. So I asked, like, do you have a sensitive heel? Do you want your elastics down
Yes.
the inside or the outside?
Yes. Good idea.
With their ribbons, I always have them put their shoes on because I want to mark where their where the ribbon's going to go, because it has
Yes.
to go like where the,
Yeah.
what am I trying to say?
I know
The
what you
line
mean.
of their arch, the
Yes,
arch
yes,
is.
yes.
Couldn't find my
Yeah.
word. So, and then I talk about their foot with them. We're going to put the ribbon here because the elastic goes here because
Yes.
so that they can get an idea of
Absolutely.
this is why I'm going to do it like this next time, and then maybe
Yes.
they can figure out what their preference would be on their own next time. So.
Absolutely. Totally.
And then like
agree with
the ribbons are the same way. Like you have the ribbons with the elastic in between, you have stretchy ribbons, or you have regular ribbons. So
exactly. Even us as a brand, we do so many. We've got canvas, we've got double satin, plain satin, satin with silicone. Obviously the ones with elastic insert, fully elastic, different coloured ribbons. It's amazing nowadays how much selection there is, right? It's incredible.
Yeah. So I go over all of that with them, and then I educate as well.
Love that. That's important. Totally agree. So also with dancewear as well, is there anything you're looking forward to in the future stocking from us? What are you most excited about receiving next in your shipment?
I'm looking forward to getting my little booties in stock. The little
I love the booties too.
Yeah.
I have the pink glittery ones. I love these.
So I'm waiting for those. I got like 4 different colors, I think.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. All of the little kids love the little booties, so, and I like them too. And then I got some ballet shoes. I don't remember what they were, but they were the ones that they have flowers in the middle.
Oh yeah, fleur de ballet ones. I know the ones you're on about. They're really cute. I love those too. They're really. It's nice. It's something unique, isn't it?
Yeah. So I got some in Prague, and I wear them to teach classes.
Oh, nice.
Like, where did you get those? And so I ordered some just because they're pretty and they're comfy. So
yeah, yeah,
I
totally.
got those too.
That's really cool. So also, when you're fitting shoes, do you ever get like questions from parents that like, what are the common questions that you get from, say, a first timer and their parent? Let's run through a few of these, because I get on Instagram, I get asked this a lot, you know, the common questions. So let's run through a few for the viewers.
So let's see, first time, it's been a minute. When they come in here and the parents haven't danced at all and they don't have any experience at all, the question mainly is, well, how do I know what brand they need to be in? And I'm like,
yeah.
Brand doesn't necessarily matter at all. And so I'll, sit them down. I'm like, okay, take your shoes off. Let me look at your feet. And then when I look at their feet, and then I figure out like what brands I'm going to pull from. And then when I look at their feet and then explain, I grab these brands because, okay, well, they have a tapered foot. They have an
I get you.
And then I go over that. So that's a big one. They don't know the brand. They don't understand the brand thing.
Do you find that one of the things I find with first timers, I try now in the UK to teach the importance of wearing demi-point shoes, also known as soft blocks. I feel they do make a huge difference. So now, thankfully, I'm getting more schools onto that, and we're doing a different way of fitting now. I'm going there, doing like an assessment, and I'm putting them all in demi-points first. I'm coming back in a few months. And it's in my experience so far, it's making a big difference with how they get used to the fitting of the shoe as well. Because one of the things I do notice is if I'm fitting a first timer who hasn't worn demi-points, one top thing is when I'm fitting them, they're like, oh, the shoe's really tight, and I'm like, hold up, you know, this is why it has to be firm. So then I do the, you know, the usual thing of putting a shoe that's a little bit too big on one foot, and then putting a shoe that's firmer and correct on the other foot, and getting them up and trying to reassure them about why it has to be that kind of firm feeling. That can be tricky with some dancers that are very sensitive, I find. So personally for me, by them wearing demi-points first has made a huge difference in that. And also it's kind of gave some of the parents a little bit of reassurance on how ready a student is, because personally I prefer to assess individually rather than be like a school telling me, oh yeah, we've got this group that's all ready. Because usually if they tell me they've got a group and I turn up, there's always a few in that group that just ain't ready yet, and that's tricky to deal with, as you can imagine.
So I wish that demi points were a big thing here.
They're not, unfortunately, I know.
I suffer, and I'm going, they do the group thing when they get to be, and they do the grade thing in this area more so than level.
Yeah.
Once they get to a certain grade, halfway through the year, they all get their point shoes, even if they're not ready. And
oh my God.
Me personally would even say, I don't want to do that, but I can't go against the teacher.
No.
So we suffer and deal with that a lot. So that's why I ordered a ton of those novice shoes.
Yes, novice is great. It really is a godsend. I do wish, I mean, obviously it's very different in America. One thing that interests me a lot, and I've been learning a lot about the States and how it's done and the crazy things that are done, is the amount of dancers going up far too young. I was mortified, to be honest.
Oh my gosh.
I was just like, wow.
I feel like we need to be educated more, and more teachers need to be telling, because when you go up too early, you're risking hurting bones and your development and the structure of your body for the rest of your life. So
absolutely agree.
That's why I really wish demi points were more of a thing here, and in other places in America they're starting to be, but
yeah, it's very varied. It's been super interesting because I've learned that, you know, some states demi points are a thing. People are doing pre-point classes, but also, do you know what? It works out for the dance school as well, because they can do a pre-point class, make extra money out of these students. So it's a win-win, because they're getting an extra class. They're making sure that everyone is fully prepared. And it also makes students take point work more seriously, rather than just thinking, oh, I'll get to this grade or level and I'm going to get point shoes, you know?
And that's, if the world worked like that, but unfortunately we don't operate how we should, and that's just
I'm really hoping that the next time I come to America I can help make a difference, and put into play everything I do with retailers and dancewear stores here, dance schools here, and see what I can do to make a change in America, and make dance schools in America understand that we really can't be putting students up too early, and how the parents would actually appreciate if, you know, they would take it a little bit more seriously. Obviously, I'm not saying all dance schools in America are the same, because they're not, but there is a substantially more, there's more schools out there that are more putting more younger people up, rather than over here in the UK, for example. So there is a drastic difference between cultures.
Yes.
And another thing that fascinates me is, like, sometimes the parents will say, I get emails like this, by the way, as well, and they'll say to me, oh, well, their teacher danced at so-and-so. They've got so-and-so, you know, qualification. So I'm going to go with what they say. And it's just like, just because that teacher is trained and got that qualification doesn't mean that they are a medical professional. You know, I would much rather, I mean, look at Australia. Australia is quite a good example. A lot of the students out there actually go to a dance physio and they get x-rays done of their feet. And they get a full assessment measuring like the ankle range as well, which is something I like to do when I assess students, because that's a big deal. And then the dance physio will give them some things to work on. And if they aren't ready for point yet, you know, they'll be honest about it. And I think that's really nice because they're actually a medical professional, you know, and that gives peace of mind to both the parent and the principal of the dance school too. Peter just made a hilarious comment. Leanne 2020, make America fit great again. It'd be really nice to show people how things are different in the UK. One of our teams says the novice is in production for Hannah and will be ready on the 20th of July.
I just saw that comment. Yeah,
that's quick.
Yes, y'all's turn around. I love how quickly y'all get my orders.
To whoever of our team is watching, I just wanted to let you know that I'm waiting on a lot of back orders myself, and if that could be hurried up, that would be great, because I'm running out of shoes. Thank you. Also, you know, it's lovely that now we have such a nice presence in the US with the real shoes. For viewers watching that might not be still, you know, not in the know, just to let you know that unfortunately there are still fake shoes being produced in China with Grishko label on them. But as you know, we are called Nikolay in the US right now, which is Mr. Grishko's first name. So when you're getting real shoes, they'll have Nikolay made in Russia. It won't say handmade. It won't have, you know, make sure you're going to your Nikolay retailer, guys. Make sure you're getting the real thing. Please don't fund these fake nasty shoes that are actually dangerous. We've got plenty of evidence that these shoes are dangerous and are breaking. And why would you want to buy a shoe that is going to break very quickly and also injure you? What is the point of that? There is no point. Excuse the pun.
You're spending the same amount of money and it's a fake. So
yeah, why would you do that? I don't get it. There's no logic behind that. No. If I was an American dancer, I would be sure to check that my shoes were the real deal, and I'd be sure to, you know, support my local retailer that is getting made in Russia point shoes. Because also what's wonderful is now we have such an impressive selection for stockists in America with everything. You know, they're getting more models, they're getting more dancewear, they're getting an incredible variety of products now. And we've got reps, they're getting samples, they're getting shoes quicker, they're getting great customer service. Oops, oh, sorry about that. My phone just gave the warning of the battery running. No.
Oh no.
So that's great. We have 10 minutes to go, so my phone's going to last. I mean, I can always go and grab my charger anyway. I usually have it fully charged. So yeah, you guys watching, please, you know, support your local Nikolay retailer. Please don't give your money and fund these fake nasty shoes. Be really aware of what's going on.
That's right.
Someone wrote a comment and said that they wore pre-point shoes. Oh, that's amazing. I'm glad to hear it.
Cora, she dances at the studio that I teach at.
Oh, love that.
She was in here. She bought one of the leotards that I don't wear, that I only have 3 left of.
Fabulous. It's so nice that, you know, also for retailers now, because they have the option to tell their customers that we've got all these new products. It's exciting. It's so fun for dancers to come in and get the opportunity to try on all of this stuff they never had before.
Yeah, we didn't have access to all this stuff. That's what we're having to go. Like the shoes that I got in Prague, I was like, oh, I'm in Prague. Let me get this while I'm here. And now we have access to everything.
It's so cool. It's wonderful. Yeah. And we're getting great feedback from people in America that have, you know, been visiting their Nikolay retailers, and they're so excited that they've got all this different variety, the, you know, custom shoes. Also not forgetting the fact that, you know, we've got our new model Karcher as well. And SmartPoint has been doing very well in the States also, which has been fantastic. It's wonderful. I'm really pleased that, yes, excellent. Love it. And of course, different coloured satins. We
Sorry.
all right, no worries.
Okay. Sorry, somebody came in. My employee's here. She can take care of it though.
Oh, cool. So if anyone's got any questions, because we've got like 8 minutes left, so please pop your comments in and comments, questions, whatever you like in the box below. Let me just think if I've forgotten anything. I don't think I have. What would you like to say? Oh yeah, what hours are you open? Like, what are you open 7 days a week? Tell us about that.
Yeah, Monday through Saturday, 10 to 5.
Oh, cool.
And then in the fall, because I teach at one of the studios here, I don't know my schedule yet, but I'm going to try to be 10 to 6, either like 5 out of the 6 days. So
nice. Fabulous. So guys, remember after the stream, give them a follow. Oh, by the way, do you get a lot of adults coming for First Point Shoes as well?
I have not gotten any yet, but this is just the middle of week number 2.
Of course.
I'm not sure if I will or not.
Yeah. You know, some stores are very kind of like funny about adults going in there and acting like, you know, they don't deserve the kind of fitting service that a younger dancer would have, which is totally strange. I fit loads of adults.
I'll fit anybody that wants to be fitted, and that's in dating. So I'm having people drive from, I had somebody come from Laurel, which is 3.5 hours away from here.
Wow.
And I fit her in a, let's see, the Katya. That's what she decided to go with.
Nice.
And I took a picture because she wore Russian points before.
Ah.
And did the comparison between the Russian point and the Katya, because she had issues getting all the way over her shoe.
Yeah.
Because her feet are very flat. She doesn't really have a arch at all. And the Katya, she was able to get all the way over because, you know, most shoes, she's having to, like we talked about before, bending and all the unnecessary breaking in of shoes, and she was all the way over.
Nice one.
Katya. So I thought that was, I'll have to send the picture after.
Yeah, you should put that on your Instagram. Tag us.
With the comparison.
Share it.
Yeah, I'll do that. I told her I was going to do it, and I haven't done it yet, so I'll do that. Because it's amazing the difference, the two, because she's pulled back and then all the way over.
Yes, of course, it makes a huge difference. I get quite a few customers like that too. And what I find really nice is that customers that I've had that have worn other brands of point shoes made in Russia, is when they switch to Grishko or Nikolay point shoes, they are astounded at many different factors about our shoes, including the quality, and they often switch to us, and I've never had anyone go back yet, so that's been fantastic.
Yeah.
And yeah, Peter said share it on our retailer group as well. Yes, good idea.
Yeah.
You're on our retailer group, right?
Yes, I am. So I'll
excellent.
Post
yeah, share pictures on there too. That'd be great.
Yes. Okay.
I love seeing pictures like that. I've got a really good comparison one coming up tonight, actually, that I need to sort out and put on Instagram. It's a really good one. I can't wait to put that one up. Because, yeah, the woman I had, she was similar, not over enough. The shank was doing, it was just, she had like profile height of the shoe, the sides were baggy, the heel, it was, oh my God. That moment, I love that moment when you put a shoe on someone and their face lights up and their alignment improves, they look better, they feel better, and it's just like, wow, you know. And especially when they've tried with other fitters or, you know, not had the kind of service that they should have had. And when you make such a difference to a dancer and you see such a change, makes such a difference not only in how they feel, but their confidence. And Peter's just said the new video is published on the retailer group as well, featuring the glue paste. Oh yes, there's a super cool video that they shot at the factory showing how the paste or glue is made. I'm also going to include it in my video that I'm filming this week. In the video, I'm going to describe the differences between our paste, how they feel, and also all the little fine details that people don't know about. Yeah, so we got 2 minutes remaining. Do you have any last things you would like to add to this stream?
Just how great Nikolay's been with promoting Shop Local, so I appreciate you guys.
Oh, thank you. Yes, we love to do as much as we can for retailers. And you know, we love to help in any way we possibly can. Even with questions that any of our retailers have, we always get back to them very quickly. We like to offer supreme customer service because that is truly important to us, and making sure that our retailers are very well looked after. And
great, so.
Mr. Grishko says, thank you very much, Hannah and Leanne, for an amazing stream. Oh, thank you, Mr. Grishko. It's a pleasure as always. And Peter says thank you. So guys, remember, as always, give these guys a follow on Instagram, Facebook, check out their website when it's fully up. If you're local, drop in for a fitting. Make sure you always support your local retailers, and if you have any last minute questions, just pop them over to either of us after the stream, and I will put this on IGTV later on this evening and on Facebook. Yeah, great. It's been wonderful. Thank you so much. It was nice for you to join us.
Thank you for having me.
Bye. I'll speak to you soon. Bye.
Sounds good. Bye.
Bye.